Well, hey everybody, I'm John Ritland. This is my review of NXT Takeover Toronto 2, A Tale of Two Takeovers. I was going to call it Electric Boogaloo, but that would be repeating jokes, and I never, ever repeat jokes, and I can practically hear and see all you guys shaking your heads, including the Durbinator when he happens to be watching this. That's the benefit of being best friends with somebody for 10 years at this point. You know how they're going to react. Speaking of the Derb, he is busy. You get a solo review from me, and once again, Tale of Two Takeovers. Two of the matches, not that good. I mean, it wasn't that they were bad, they just weren't that good. Three of the matches were great to fucking incredible, and I'm going to get to that stuff, and I'm going to praise some of them pretty goddamn hard. But that's kind of what I'm noticing about a lot of these takeovers is that when they hit their heights, they're absolutely great. It is WWE's version of the Indies. They're done differently. They're almost done Clash of Champions style when they're allowed to turn loose and the wrestlers are allowed to just do everything, go out there and actually wrestle, not just be sports entertainers. They actually can put on a great goddamn match. Or in the case of three guys put on a great, three-way match. Or in the case of two women, tear the fucking house down, have a co-match of the night. And yeah, I'm going to go that route right there. But let's just get right on with the review. Charlie, Sam Roberts, Pat McAfee on the pre-show. Pat just ripping into Sam anytime. That was just great. And William Regal announces that for the third fall, it's of the 2 out of 3 falls match between Cole and Gargano. It's a regular singles match, straight up classic wrestling match, street fight. And then if it goes to a third fall, Regal says, we're going to have a steel cage match. But Regal's steel cage is going to be with blackjack and hookers, except it's actually going to be with barbed wire and weapons. Thankfully, no Ambrose Asylum bullshit. Thankfully. Now, let's get on with the actual show. Opening video package with a lot of yelling and singing. I guess you could call it singing. I don't know what this was. I don't know who did the song. Sorry if the band is actually good. I didn't really care for it. It was a cool video package and the crowd seemed hyped for it, and that was great. Then we start with the Street Profits versus two members of the Undisputed Era, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, for the NXT tag titles. I wanted to like this match. I really did. Of the tag title matches, even of the tag team matches that have been on a lot of takeovers, like say in the past 3 years, I would argue this has been the weakest one. And it's nothing against the athletes. Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford work really well together. O'Reilly and Fish work really well together. O'Reilly's knee brace could be registered as a lethal weapon in 3 Canadian provinces. There was some good stuff with the Undisputed Era targeting Dawkins at first, and then Ford got in and he had some cool moves, but then he got his knee taken out. And Ford got grounded with some great knee focus, and O'Reilly with a great heel hook and that kind of stuff. That was some really good stuff. Fish working on that. It looked like the Undisputed Era was going to take one step closer to being draped in gold by the end of the night. And then we got some good near falls, and we got suddenly a big frog splash out of nowhere, a big old frog splash from Ford. 1, 2, 3, and the Street Profits retain. So it was a well-worked match, I will not say that, but just something was missing from this. I don't know what it was. Now, the crowd seemed to be favoring the heels more. Granted, Canada, they tend to be, very vocal and everything, and I really don't blame them. They're still coming off that high of the Raptors winning the NBA championship, which is great because it's been a while since Toronto's really gotten any pro championships. Because I don't think the Maple Leafs have won anything in a while, and I'm damn sure the Blue Jays haven't won anything since 92-93 in the World Series. So great on the Raptors. Great on the Raptors for doing that. I was hoping the Warriors would win. I mean, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the NBA, but hey, hats off to the Raptors and great job with you guys. I know it's been a couple months, but still, crowd's still super happy. The match was what it was. Street Profits celebrate. The match wasn't bad, it just wasn't great. But then we get to Io Shirai versus Candice LeRae, and holy fucking shit. One, I would move a goddamn planet for Io Shirai. I will say that much. This is the best Candice has looked since coming to WWE. And I know NXT, it's NXT, not WWE. NXT is WWE, you dumb fucks. I mean, I'm just saying, it may be presented different, Clash of Champions style, all this and everything, and like the old Jim Crockett promotions and that kind of stuff with maybe a little bit better production values and nobody with a deer in the headlights look, like Jim Crockett was anytime he was on camera. But anyway, Io and Candice, this is the best Candice has looked, and Io, absolutely just fucking incredible as a heel. I like the stuff that she did in Lucha Underground. I'd seen a bit of her heel stuff in Japan. Wasn't able to see all that much. Did like the heel stuff they did with her in Lucha Underground, though. Same with Kairi. And, they're great. And obviously they could both play heels really well. I think Io could play it better than Kairi. That's nothing against. I just think Io looks a bit more like a badass. And my God, these two tore it up with the fact that the hype for this was good, but I don't know if people were expecting it to be this good. Myself included. I expect these women to tear it up as I know they're capable of it. This match I think is equal, if not just slightly above what Asuka and Becky Lynch did at the Royal Rumble. It's better than what Sasha and Ronda did. Those will be the three matches. I'll just say it, Io and Candice, Becky and Asuka right below, and then Ronda and Sasha at the Royal Rumble. So, I mean, really right there was, those are three matches that have been absolutely fucking incredible for the women and just are better than quite a bit of the stuff the men have been doing. Just really, this was absolutely a tremendous match. Like, go out of your fucking way to watch this. Co-match of the night, easily. Yes, the main event tops it, because it went longer, but just, it barely tops it, though. And I say that because given the fact this was one of the first, I think it was the first women's match that they had on Takeover, at least in a while, where it wasn't about the title. Now, obviously, there were title implications. Whoever would win would get a championship shot. Not that it was a contenders match, but you have the belief that that's how things work in NXT. Novel concept. We compete for stuff, and the winners actually go on to advance to get title shots. And don't lose main event after main event after main event and still get put in stuff. Oh, hi, they're doing this. They did the same with Baron Corbin for a bit. That was fucking atrocious. But these women, the fucking hell, like from the very beginning, they're attacking each other. There was this beautiful suplex onto the announcer's table. Candice got the shit beat out of her, but kept coming back. I mean, Candice is legit tough. And Io, my God, this new persona is like, I'm perfectly fine seeing her in the ring. I'm not at all. I don't think any man or woman is. My God, she is just absolutely great. Just this combination of just badassery, talent, and beauty. It is just great. And she is embracing it so much, and it's just so great to see. And I mean, she's done it before, again, in other promotions, like I said, but just the fact that she's able to do this on a bigger stage, this worldwide stage and everything, is just great and showing, God, she's just so great at being a heel. Keep this up, and it's gonna be great. There was oh God, there was a very scintillating cover, some scintillating covers by Io. That was nice. Some brutal near falls, some brutal, shots, some close near falls and stuff like that. There was a crossface in Toronto, because of course there was. If only they had tapped. One of these days I'll stop that joke. That's a lie. But we then get a Poison Rana. This was not the only Poison Rana we got to see. Stop with the Poison Ranas. I don't care what company you're in. Please, for the love of fucking Christ. I don't like seeing them in indie shows. I don't like seeing them in New Japan. I don't like seeing them in Ring of Honor. I don't like seeing them anywhere. I don't like seeing them anywhere. Please. I know that wrestling isn't easy, and it's not that I don't want the stuff to look impactful, but fucking hell, that was insane. Now, great credit to the women, because they really tore it up here. They really fucking did. Spanish Fly off the top by Io, thing of beauty. Absolute thing of beauty. There were Mamma Mia chants. That was actually great. The crowd at times was actually pretty damn good with this stuff. Candice kept coming back, actually did do this nice octopus stretch. That was really good stuff. Candice's neck would come into play where she wasn't able to hold on to these submissions. Io, even though Candice got in a whole lot of great shots and everything, there was never any doubt to me that Io was going to win. And actually, I did win the predictions over the Derb. The funniest thing is we differed on this match. And I picked Io, so I won. But it was only like 3-2 because we got two of the matches wrong. This was great. This was just a great goddamn match. You got, like I said, that moonsault for two. Io just looked absolutely just, dumbfounded. But then got the Koji clutch, and Candice didn't tap out. She passed out. So Candice could not answer, and she passed out, and it was great. The crowd was absolutely electric for this. This made up for the opening match. And not that the tag title match was bad. This just eclipsed it massively. These women tore it the fuck up. If this isn't on my favorite matches of the year list from WWE, then I'm an idiot. This actually might be top 5. It might be. It's got to at least be number 5. I'm not sure what else is going to beat it. If I'm just separating between NXT and the main roster, I mean, this has got to be like in the top 3 of NXT matches that I've seen. Like this year. I mean, it's number 3 easily. I mean, I know it sounds kind of strange to say that, but that's how I feel. The women just fucking tore this shit up. Please go watch this match. Io Shirai and Candice LeRae. I almost said Candice Michelle. Candice Michelle versus Io would be interesting, except I don't know how well that would go, but it would be interesting. I mean, I say how well that would go because, I mean, would they have Io eat through somebody that had been in part of the Divas era? By the way, great to see Candice on Raw Reunion actually used in a decent spot. Moving on. Candice LeRae did not look weak in defeat. Io looked like a fucking badass. Absolutely great. And then we move on to Matt Riddle calling out Killian Dane in Toronto, bro. This was the first of only one pun that I said a lot of bro puns during this. He called out Killian Dane. And then, it's AKA we're going to guys, go out and fill some time. Just kill some time in this segment. It was fine. They brawled a bit, and then Killian got Riddle, and for some reason just took they battled on the stage, and just for some reason he took one of the security guards with him, and they ran off the stage and stuff like that. That was actually pretty funny. They ran off the stage and threw, some particle board and boxes and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. And then we get Velveteen Dream versus Roderick Strong versus Pete Dunne, North American Championship triple threat, and take all your specials that you got in SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain, or SmackDown, Shut Your Mouth. Unlimited specials, the match. That's essentially what it was. There was a whole lot of spamming of stuff, the finger snapping, there were bitter ends, beautiful series of strong backbreakers, back strong breakers. I don't know what you really call them. He is the Messiah of the backbreaker after all. Velveteen with some good showings, hitting a nice coast to coast at one point. At one point, though, I don't know why this line made me pop so much. From Mauro Ranallo, it was like, here in the home of the Raptors, nothing but nuts. I don't know why that made me laugh so much, but it just fucking did. Mauro Ranallo is a goddamn treasure on commentary. I am so glad that he is in a better place now mentally. Seriously, if you've ever seen Bipolar Rock and Roller, if you haven't seen it, please watch it. It's scary to see just how much he struggles, but it's also inspiring to see how he deals with it and how he's able to do it. But anyway, yeah, there was some really good stuff. Of course, Dream does a sharpshooter better than The Rock. Then again, I could get a snail to do a better sharpshooter than The Rock. And The Rock's a great athlete, but good God, it's a terrible sharpshooter. The special moves just kept getting spammed and everything. There was really, really cool spot where, after Dream hit the coast to coast, there was a stronghold, the variation of Lion Tamer, that kind of stuff. It looked like Strong might get the victory. He almost had Dunne beat. But then, in the end, Velveteen with a huge dive, elbow, and pins Pete Dunne 1, 2, 3. So Velveteen retains. So far, I'm up 1-0 because Durbin, I got that. We got we got both those title matches wrong. This was a good match. And then we get Mia with a gang entrance. And, of course, Trump wants to build a wall around Canada now because of that. I did like it, but I should have had a feeling that since Mia got a really, really cool entrance and everything, that she was going to lose. And she did. This is where things ground to a halt. Now, I'm not as upset as I was during the whole thing where they did it with Io and Shayna. And they did that whole thing where Io got beat clean and then beat the shit out of Shayna, making it seem like Io was just a sore loser. The match, you know what you're going to get with a Shayna match. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't great. It was very submission based. What her and Mia did was fine. Crowd just didn't give a shit about Mia. They just didn't. And I feel bad for her. She is talented. She is. She just can't connect with the crowd enough. Or she at least didn't connect with this crowd. That's not a knock against Mia Yim. I think Mia Yim can be quite good. But just, there was a code blue, off the ropes and stuff like that. More submissions, and Mia taps to, a triangle choke on the legs, or, with the legs, just a leg lock on, choking her out, and then Mia taps. I don't think anybody bought Mia winning it. I mean, it was what it was. People have said that Dakota Kai is going to come back and beat Shayna. Okay, let's invest in a story that was sometime last year. I love Dakota Kai. I think Dakota Kai is quite good, but I don't know if that's going to work. I mean, I hope it does. They got to get the title off of Shayna at some point because she should have lost it here. They should have done something else. They should have had her against somebody else and just call her up. Because at this point, now it's becoming a problem. It's becoming a problem like with Asuka as champion. I love Asuka as champion. But now it's starting to become an issue. And I'm not going to get angry about it. I'm not. I did get angry about it with the whole thing with Shayna, still being champion and stuff like that. And it's just becoming where the women's division is kind of essentially being I don't want to say jobbed out. It's just like everybody kind of feels the same. And I mean, except maybe what Io and Candice just did. That eclipsed this match by far. And it's nothing against Mia. It's nothing against Shayna. You know what you're going to get with this. I just didn't like it. I didn't hate it. But Dakota Kai, somebody's gotta beat Shayna, and soon. If Dakota Kai is coming back, I don't care if you have it happen on TV. Have it happen on TV and have Dakota win the title. Just something. Something. I mean, they're probably going to put it like at Takeover War Games 3, which they're probably going to have, but that's 3 months from now. Just get something done. Just get something done and quick. But then we get Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole, or as Droopy would say, Bay. 2 out of 3 falls match for the NXT title, and Cole was wildly cheered. Gargano got cheers, but boy, Cole got wildly cheered. First fall was a classic wrestling match. And there was, of course, a wheelbarrow move into the apron, which, as we know, is the hardest part of the ring. Of course, Cole was scissoring Gargano. Candice and Britt were wondering the fuck. There was some good near falls. There was this one point where the ref got distracted. It's like, oh, Cole brought a chair in, but then he hit a low blow on Gargano and stuff like that. And Cole sat on the chair in the ring and, was just sitting there and gloating and everything and stuff like that. And soon after, Gargano had Cole down and actually hit him with the chair and caused a DQ. But then, people were like, well, wondering what the hell, why would Gargano give away a fall? Oh, it's a street fight, which Gargano picked. And then he proceeded, well, no, actually, I think Cole picked it. He proceeded to beat the shit out of him. I mean, I think actually Gargano picked this, whoever picked that, the bottom line, I forget NXT TV sometimes. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit tired. The bottom line is Gargano would get the upper hand in the street fight. The first fall went on a bit too long. I will say that I enjoyed this more than their TakeOver 25 match, which was a good match. I still like their TakeOver New York match better. I don't think that this series is as good as Gargano and Ciampa. Work rate wise, I will say is quite good, but they go all over the place. At one point, Gargano throws the chair right at Cole's head. That's a goddamn fine. I'll say that much. You go over the arena, well, into the crowd and stuff like that. There's a announcer's table spot. The Mexicans, jump over the wall, so Trump is happy. I'm going to keep making off-color jokes to make everybody uncomfortable. And by the way, I'm as anti-Trump as you can come. But anyway, Mamma Mia chants again. Johnny tables because Johnny Gargano brought out a table and stuff like that. And then we get face first into a chair and a long dart. And then a Gargano escape taps. I almost said Michael Cole. That would be better if Michael Cole was written off TV by being tapped out. The frickin' idiot that he is. So we're even 1-1. And then the third fall is a steel cage with weapons, a.k.a. Regal steel cage with blackjack and hookers. And their ECW chants. That's fitting because that company is as dead as the Maple Leafs in the playoffs. I'm sorry. I had to say it. I had to. Sorry, Maple Leaf fans that are in the comments. I have nothing against you. It's just people that want to still chant for a company that has been dead for 18 fucking years. Seriously, let it go. This is coming from me. Let it go. There was a point where they swung kendo sticks at each other. It was a kendo stick street fight. One of my friends says, oh, they need to switch the kendo sticks. I said, kendo switch. I think she facepalmed at that joke. Hi, Karen. She's cool, by the way. But anyway, we get chair usage. We get, a tornado DDT onto chairs. Ow. We get a sledgehammer, it's up there. All these things are like zip tied there. So so the weapons didn't fall down. During the, when the cage was hanging up above the ring. Could you imagine that? Something falls down during one of the matches. It's like, oh shit, I got to get out of the way, and boom. Oh wait, what's that stipulation up there? Oh, it's a cage with weapons. Or maybe Sting's just dropping weapons from the rafters. WCW was odd, but anyway, so yeah, a ladder, tables there. And then, Panama Sunrise, basically, Canadian Destroyer, but then get one off the ladder for 2. A Yowie Wowie chant, hate it. Absolutely hate it. Whatever. People can like Bray all they want. Avalanche Destroyer variation of the Canadian Destroyer. And then barbed wire cut from the top so nobody could escape. And then Gargano looks like he's going to, try to whip Cole with it. That never really comes into play. And they get on top of the cage where there's this weird table thing. And then they fall down through these tables. And then Cole manages to get his hand on top of Gargano. 1, 2, 3. And Cole retains. So the Undisputed Era had their chance to be draped in gold, and unfortunately, Adam Cole, Bay, was the only one to leave with any gold. Again, I hate to dog the show. I would have given this an A had two of the 5 matches been at least something where it didn't drag the show down. I'm sorry, the women's title match did, even though it was what it was. The women tried, I just wasn't into it, and the tag title match didn't really make me buy into it. I'm going to say B+. If I forget to put a poll up there, please leave in the grades what you guys think. And don't worry, the Derb will be back for SummerSlam. I'm going to be back with some G1, B block final coverage in about 7 hours. So I'm not going to get all that much sleep. But fortunately, I took tomorrow off, so I'm going to be able to have basically no sleep, because then after watching SummerSlam, I'm gonna watch the New Japan G1 Climax Finals, and then go to work. But anyway, guys, B+, again, polls above my head. If not there, in the comments, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritland. I'll see you soon.